Hello and welcome to tonight's episode of Blades in the Dark, the Blackwater Exchange. This is a show about a crew of audacious career criminals and their, well, I would say their drug smuggling exploits, but I feel like that's a loose term after a firework explosion.
I just realised this is on the wrong side. There we go. I've been using the microphone for other things than last week.
Hello and welcome to tonight's episode of Blades in the Dark, the Blackwater Exchange. It is good to be back. Happy holidays for our friends around the world, and yeah, welcome. It's good to be live, guys.
Yeah.
This is a show about a crew of audacious career criminals. I'm even doing the same hand movements I did 10 seconds ago.
As you do.
Professionalism. And and the things people do for the pursuit of power, including but not limited to blowing up a fireworks store to cause a distraction. Very Tom and Jerry.
We told the scavengers we knew what we were doing.
You did.
And we know what we're doing.
And it worked.
Thadeus knows what he is doing.
It worked. So, guys. So you've had some recent upheaval in the city as you have continued to climb the ranks with gritted hands and clenched fists. You've made some friends, made some enemies, you know. Some have become friends, some friends become enemies, you know.
Yeah.
Mostly enemies.
Highlights, I guess, would be that you're currently at war.
Yeah.
Yay, cool, with the vultures.
Well, that's a highlight.
You took, you need some turf, they had some, you wanted it, you took it, they tried to fight it, you held it, they bombed your other turf instead then, left a ghost, you defeated it, and a couple of things have been brewing. Look like you've gone you're going head to head, where they basically demanded that you give some turf back to them. Of course, you refused. Told them to kind of where they could shove it, and as such,
in a polite letter,
in a very polite letter, I'm now gone to war over it. Mechanically speaking, that does reduce your downtime activities as you are focused on holding your turf, and it means you either have to spend more money to do things because you're not earning to protect it, that kind of thing. You were also approached by the crows for a second time for money, different to the usual people who you pay. So it looks like something's going on there.
Yeah.
You said you've been paying
Big
Bell,
suppers
the
and
second
all
in
that.
command, and then these other crows have emerged that they've not had any payment from you for weeks. And at first you thought, if I remember correctly, you thought they might be trying to scam you. Someone's watched and seen when you get picked up, that kind of thing. But it looks like they're legitimate crows. They inspected your books, and after you convinced them you have been paying to Bell, which was your opinion, the crows, they left without taking any more money. They didn't take any, but they just seems untoward as to what's happened there. You have had a couple of runs with an Inspector Hemlock, but other than that, most things have been relatively quiet. I mean, I say relatively quiet, other than the fact you've got a war going on.
Yeah.
And last week's score, because tonight will pick up quite quickly after, you had made an arrangement with your friends and the Deathland Scavengers, the mercenary faction that hunts beyond the lightning barrier of the city, to get 8 times the usual supply of darkroot, the crucial ingredient to your drug of choice, your product of choice, recall, the one that makes your gang unique. You are the only ones who make it, you are the only ones who sell it, and it is quite good. It is a good quality product, and that is what is going to make you money, right?
Yeah,
it is.
Patent pending.
Patent pending.
Mm-hmm.
So you said you wanted more darkroot, and the Deathland Scavengers delivered. You helped them smuggle it past the Blue Coats to start with, hence the firework display. And now, I believe, the challenge is to get it from this warehouse in Night Market, this small storage space you have, small warehouse, back to your lair in one piece.
Yeah.
Because bringing in 8 times the normal supply does attract attention.
Yeah. We had sort of like a bit of a decision today and like last week whether to continue the score as sort of like a 2-part 1 session or 2-part 2 session score where we follow on from the last score now, like in terms of like not going into downtime and basically just playing out what happens now, like getting the stuff straight back. Or we could like go into downtime, hold the product somewhere in a warehouse, and then try and But that would mean entanglement rolls, which would ultimately be bad during.
So mechanically speaking, it was, did you want to pick up straight away afterwards,
Yeah.
and that you carry on, or do you want to store it for a little bit
Yeah.
and take some time to do other things? Which is, I think you've chosen to take some time.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
we
we
take
need to,
time.
because I mean
Not
our
a lot of
idea.
stress.
Our idea last week was to perhaps like set up the vultures who we are at war with to sort of like spring a trap on them basically. So I think we need a bit more stress to deal with that, like both to set it up and also to deal with the violence which will probably ultimately come our way. So,
Probably ultimately
Looking forward
inevitably.
to it.
yeah, inevitably spring up. So yeah, I think we're going to go to downtime in this case. On like a side note as well, we also introduce some more characters into the narrative in the form of 3 corrupt blue coats.
Actually, technically, it was 2.
It was 2.
Because Annabelle, the gentleman with the moustache, was not corrupt.
Right. Okay.
Oh no, sorry,
Yeah.
totally right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the four in
Four.
Crow's
It was
Foot.
the 4, the crow's foot crew.
Yeah.
Lewis, Joel, Myra, and Wraith.
Rafe, you are correct. Yeah.
So
the,
we sort of like use them to gain a lot of information on who was corrupt and who wasn't, and who was going to be on the beat in Blackwater. No,
And the price we pay for that information is chaos.
It's chaos. Yeah. Basically throwing LaRose under the bus, who is our blue coat contact wherever we can. So yeah, so they were another element that sort of like got introduced to the story,
Yeah,
which
actually,
might come back up later.
Yeah, they're like their own little gang in Crow's Foot, really.
Yeah.
They're just completely corrupt. And yeah, I agree. Well, I agree. It's kind of what happened. But the agreement you made, if I understand it correctly or recall correctly, was chaos is good for them. That's what they said, because they do their business, and the weaker the gangs, the more free reign they've got.
Yeah.
And you were saying, well, help us, and we will cause more chaos.
Yeah, perpetuate the war between the Red Sashes and the Lampblacks.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you did. So, that's where we left off. So, Lewis's favourite part of the game,
Dollar.
payoff.
Money. Let's go.
Dollar bills, yours.
So how much have we got in the
payoff. After a score, you take stock of your income from the operation. A successful score, which it was, generates both rep and coin. So, you earn 2 rep per score by default. This is successfully doing things. This is making a name for yourselves. Your reputation is what precedes you.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think 2 rep is about right for this.
Okay.
Standard, it's neither higher nor lower. You dealt with the blue coats kind of thing, but you were trying to do it also kind of quiet. The only people who are already really aware of it currently are the Deathland Scavengers.
Yeah.
And they will talk, and
Yeah.
they'll
They're aware of the actual smuggling operation. I suppose we might have gained reputation with the corrupt cops as well, like because that word spreads that we've made connections with them really, so they'll have a different idea of what they had about us before. So I probably agree with you, like 2 rep.
Maybe someone tells what a member of the Crows, and it gets back to the Crows like, oh, the Blackwater Exchange were meeting with Rafe and his crew. That kind of thing. Some woman's putting out washing in one of the upper stories of the building, sees you guys going in, recognise you, tells their brother who's a member of the Crows, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think 2 reps seems, unless you guys get anything else after that, I think 2 reps seems fair.
I think that seems fair. So we are currently 0 strong.
Yes.
This takes us up to the top of 0 strong. We have maxed out our rep.
Okay. So your rep is maxed out.
Yes.
Maximum rep.
Big rep.
While being 0 strong.
Well, being 0 strong.
Because you're at war. So they were tier 1, but the war knocks them down as they've got less hold, as you kind of consolidate what you've got. You can't keep growing.
Mm-hmm.
When someone is trying to kill you. You earn coin based on the nature of the operation and or any loot you may have seized. So I would say in this that while we've always said you guys get money coming in from your other activities, and your other the working shop, that kind of thing generates income. For me here, I think 6 coins what you've got. That will include the actual dark route itself.
Wait, what's
6
that?
coins.
6
okay,
coins.
6
Oh,
coins.
right, okay.
Because that will include the actual dark route. It's an asset, right?
Yeah.
So coin is an abstracted version of of what everything you've got. Your income, your valuables, the thing you have as a gang, your tangible asset, that is valuable.
Right.
Do we technically have the black route yet before we've transported across the city?
I think so. You do. Yes.
Okay.
You've got it correctly.
We put it basically because we've
pure,
taken the
it's basically
downtime.
pure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've put it in a warehouse, haven't we? Really, in a night market.
Yeah, so kind of like a little bit off camera. What you seen on camera in the last episode was you guys literally pushing it away.
Yeah.
On the trolleys
Into our carriages, but
into our carriage, which has literally been taken around the corner and put in a room you guys have got. You know, kind of like bit of downtime or off camera was you've just got to rent the room. It's not hard for you guys to get. It's bread and butter for a scavenger is finding a secure location, even if it's only temporary.
Yes.
Absolutely. So we've only got 1 space left in our vault. We are now at 8 coin in our vault.
So 6
So I
coin,
guess we're going to have to split the rest between us. Thanks. You can have 3, I'll take 2.
This is some pure dark root right there. You got some serious money there, man.
Thadeus has got some ideas about where he's going to spend this money. Probably not all of it. But.
Now,
I think we need to make this war the shortest war ever.
Whenever you get money and pull off a score, your bosses, if maybe a strong term, want to get paid. They want money equal to your tier +1, and that is a tier before the war kicks in. So they want 2 coin. The crows want 2. Even though it's a small operation, even though it's quiet,
don't they know we're at war?
That you've brought something in. You can, of course, refuse to pay them. Now, before you make your decision, we're going to move on.
Okay.
Because I'm going to throw you a curveball.
Okay.
I'm not going to throw a curveball at you. Okay. I'm going to throw the curveball into the world of what's happened off camera, downtime, the faction game.
Okay.
Because you might choose not to pay them.
That sounds a lot nicer. I was never getting any good at dodgeball.
So we're in the stands watching the curveball be thrown.
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah. Now that might curve and hit you, or you might hit someone else.
So we're sat behind the batting plate.
Yeah, you're behind the batting
plate.
Without
a net. It's just like
exactly
no stopper. Right, okay.
You're watching ice hockey without the nets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Heat, Doskvol, as always, is your prying eyes and informants and gossips, and information is valuable. If 2 heat is standard and contained, 4 is loud and chaotic, 6 is wild, and you get extra for killing, etc., etc., etc. You didn't kill anyone, so that's good. Yay!
Yes.
You didn't kill anyone. You had to score without murder. I think you get 4 heat for this. So the notes I made on this one were the fireworks alone are quite. While you guys, they didn't walk in there and set fire to them overtly. The fact that it went off and you're around, right? So like wherever you guys go.
Yes.
And the cop was very suspicious of you.
Yeah.
Suddenly there's a bomb, and suddenly Thadeus, wearing
Thaddeus.
a cape, appears, knowing exactly how to solve.
Thaddeus had to go back to the police station for questioning as well, and I didn't do very well.
You definitely could have eased the suspicions or raised them. Yeah. And
I got to a position where you gave me that choice, and I was like, I'm just going to shut up. Not talk about.
You were desperate. Do you want to keep talking? Dig this hole, either dig your way out or dig it worse. Yeah. So he got a little suspicious. He made a note of it. So I think 4 heat all in all. Okay. The smuggling the items actually there. Is that taking you over threshold?
To 2.
Yep.
Wanted level 2. Oh wow. So I'm guessing while the report. -1 because you got high.
-1. Woo!
We got high.
We're not quite at
is it 1 off? Is it 1 off? No way. It's 1 off. Oh my days. Oh,
so man. We go up to.
What's your judge friend called again? It's Jasper, and the other one is.
There's Jasper, and there is
2. Marcellus. Jasper Featherstone is Gold is the one you met, the older gentleman. Marcellus is the very corrupt judge. And so Merrick making those friends in the Centrulia Club. Every week just putting good name out there, the good word out there.
I think it's Hot Vale as well to a degree. That's how I imagine.
Oh, of course, yes. You've also had some help with Harvale. Now he's a demon.
Yeah,
he is a demon, and you killed someone for him, and he give you a letter saying thank you and an invite to Horth von Drakenberg's party.
Yes, he did.
In a few days' time. It's a few days off yet. We've got the calendar. If not, don't worry. Yeah, we do. It's a few days off. It's just so the current date.
I think it was on the next month.
It is the first day
of the month.
It's coming to the end of Mendar, and it's the first day of Calabet, which is Gold Moon, the first day of spring.
Basically. Could you note where we are at the minute?
We'll work it out in a second.
Okay.
Forsyth's murder was there. I'm not sure that says there. My own writing.
Bar something.
Baram you. Baram you.
I don't know. We'll work it out.
I don't know. It's very rare for me. I usually can read my own writing very well. It's come to the idea. I think you got about a week or so.
Yeah.
You know, maybe just over a week. It's weeks and Doskvol.
Thingy was released.
Barjo
Baz
Baz.
released
Yes,
in jail.
Dan. Barjo Baz has been released, so it is 6 days. You've got a week to the party. It's 6 days, so it means it's the 55th of Mendar, coming to the end of winter and the start of spring. It's been a long, cold winter. So, yes, heat. 4 heat, I think, seems fair. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yep. Not high profile weapon target. It's not hostile turf. Shy! Add 1 heat if you're at war with another faction. I think this kind of they kind of happen at the same time. It's something I just realised. I think it happened at the same time. And being one off the next level is kind of cool. I think that's kind of worked out quite nicely. It was very
Yeah.
So you're wanted level 1, but your heat is 8.
Yep.
So I imagine like one of the inspectors, like Crawlock or Hemlock or some blue coat, someone somewhere's got that file, and as they're looking through the picture of the explosion, they see you, and it's like they're there. They had something to do with it in the background.
We didn't have anything to do with it.
A name gets pinned on a board, a photograph gets pinned, some string is put towards each of them.
Okay.
Your file gets a little chunkier. So, and then we have entanglements, the abstracted version of what happens. What happens outside the city, in the city outside your gang, and the things that can occur that cause trouble, such as the nature of a scoundrel's life, and we have a 2.
Which I'm pretty sure when you're on 8 heat, I think the entanglements get pretty rampy.
Yeah, so the higher the wanted level, the more dice I roll. Exactly, and the higher the heat, it's like several different charts. So
2, I think, is good. Usually high numbers are bad for us.
You got 2? Oh yeah, you
6 last week was you can choose either to go to war or give the fortress a turf, and it's like
you give them the turf or go to war. That was it. Yeah.
Lord.
Oh wow!
No.
We haven't had this.
Oh,
we haven't
no.
we haven't had this one yet. We haven't had this one yet.
No.
Oh.
No's.
Okay. This is gonna happen before. Okay.
You're not gonna put it in your pocket.
No, it's gonna happen straight away.
Resist.
With that amount of stress?
Resist.
Yeah,
I don't care. I'm
the
the king of resisting.
right.
I can resist.
Oh right. Oh wow. Okay.
God.
So, how would this work? This has happened immediately. So, set the scene.
Yeah.
You guys have stored the dark route in one of the storage rooms in It's in Night Market currently, near Gallup train station.
Yeah.
You and the Deathland Scavenger are going separate ways. Ramin has helped store it. She's taken a carriage off and gone back up her normal route. Deals on Wheels is back in full force, that kind of thing. Even though you are down to 1 cab driver, not 2 currently.
Yes.
With the vultures having killed Joe the Gentleman. Yeah. Oh man. I don't know who. It's one of you. I'm gonna ask you guys. Who do you think's more likely to be arrested by the Bluecoats? Because one of you's about to be.
Probably me.
I'd say after last score.
Yeah.
You think it's him? I think so. My
Probably
lead is that you
Thadeus.
went into the station and Hemlock knows where you live. Like on a separate note, the inspectors and the Bluecoats are separate, but on the same side of the law.
Yeah.
Technically. Okay, so as you're leaving Thadeus, that night.
So I've gone to the station.
You come
back.
You've gone home, or whatever you do.
Mm-hmm.
But while you're at home, you get the 3 o'clock knock.
Okay.
There's a loud bang on your door. What would you do in such an instance? Not aggressive, just a loud knock to wake you up.
I'd probably put on a coat with a gun concealed, or maybe like a holster on the side, and go and answer the door.
Okay, and me outside is 4 Bluecoats.
Okay.
You don't recognise them, you've never seen them before. And they're a rather rotund fellow. Seems to be the leader of the troop. He's got his wooden truncheon in one hand. and one of the ones behind him, and in the night air, it's pitch black at this time of night. But even for Doskvol, it's dark. As you can see from the little lamp light you've got coming from inside, shining out on these four gentlemen. He's got a little notepad he's writing, and Lee Bluecoat shows, "Hello, hello, hello there, Mr. Clinker. Get your boots on. You'll be coming with us."
On what grounds?
I'll tell you that on the way. And he puts a set of cuffs on you.
Okay.
Now, do you want to do anything here, or are you going to let him take you in?
I'm going to attempt to pay them off
Okay.
and tell them that they couldn't find me at my house.
Okay.
And say that, I'm going to attempt to pay them off.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
as he's trying to put cuffs on me, I'm going to try and sway, I guess.
Okay, yeah, sure. So, position effect for this would be, it's going to be a desperate, and it is going to be standard. Either you'll do it or you won't. Maybe it's a desperate one, but maybe you can sweet talk him. First roll of the night, desperate.
First roll of the night, desperate.
Desperate. First roll of the night, desperate. Boom. Welcome back to the live show.
2 dice, disadvantage, desperate.
2 dice, disadvantage, desperate. You get 2 6s now.
It's easy, I've done it.
Just roll 2 6s now.
Yeah,
As I say, this one of them's already pulled out his cuffs. He's unscrewing it. It's the old school ones that really are horrible on the wrists.
Let's see what happens. 5 and a 6. 5 and a 6.
Ooh,
baby!
5 and a 6.
So that was disadvantage, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
that's
5.
a
So it does it with a slight with a consequence. It's desperate, so it's still relatively.
Take that off.
Say relatively.
Let's go into sweat.
Well, Mr. Merrick, maybe we do have the wrong address. Maybe you've moved since we last updated our files here. That'll be 3 coin. He doesn't say 3 coin. He tells you an amount which equals 3 coin.
3 coin.
3 coin. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's 4 of them.
You got to pay us the time.
I was trying to take money off us, Dan.
I did not. I rolled it. This is a direct consequence of you blowing up fireworks stores and killing people.
Who hasn't?
I'm going to try and there's 4 of them. I'm going to try and command him. I'm going to say, "You'll take 2 coin and fuck off," and I'll flash my gun.
2 coin. All right, desperate. Yeah, this is desperate. Yeah, you're gonna command desperate. This is gonna be risky and desperate limited.
Limited.
You might do it, but it's limited. Get an aggro with him. He's gonna respond in kind.
I'm wondering how limited is going to work here because you're only trying to reduce it by 1 coin. So what? How can the effect be less than you want?
Oh, you'll see.
I'll take a stress to raise the
2
effect.
XP, 2 desperate rolls from this.
I'll take 2 stress to raise the effect.
2 stress to raise it to standard. Oh my days, he's on. Okay.
4.
4. You do it with a consequence. You command him. You do it with a consequence. Okay. As you flash from your gun, his truncheon whips out lightning and smacks you on the wrist, and you scream pain as does that. And then as you come down, he looks up and he hits you across the face with it, and it drops you to the floor. And then one of them drags you out, and he sucker punches you right in the gut. You're on the floor now, and these guys are giving you a beating.
Okay.
And after you've had a couple of slaps, and you're kind of sitting there, that jaw's going to be bruised, those knuckles hurt, they've kicked your gun away. He goes, "Well, we'll take that 2 coin now then, and we'll call that a good night. But don't you ever threaten me again. Do you still want to pay him?"
Yeah, I'll give him 2 coin.
Give him a 2 coin, cool. It's level 2 harm beaten.
This was not worth it. am I supposed to do with that?
Don't resist it. I'd just take it.
Well, can I flash back and say I was wearing armour?
It's an entanglement.
I doubt it would max me out. I've got to take it, so level 2. Right, okay. Unless I roll resistance.
You could roll resistance. If you roll 1. Oh no, it's 5 or... Oh no, you either roll 6.
Yeah, you either roll 6.
You either roll 6.
On 3 dice, though. 4 dice.
So, yeah, basically, they give you quite a good beating. You flashed your gun. You did it. You commanded them. You did it. But the effect here is quite harsh. And I know it's harsh. But it's right. It's a nasty entanglement. These guys are not messing around. And while they're willing to take the less money, flashing a gun is the consequence. You do it, the consequence, it's harm.
Yeah, alright, whatever. Okay. So what's the harm? Battered and bruised?
Beaten.
Okay.
It's physical one.
Okay. Yeah, it's happened.
So he takes some of your money off you, takes 2 coins worth, and leaves the rest. He does leave the rest.
Okay.
And tips his cap to you as you're in the street, coughing and spluttering. We've seen you again, no doubt, Mr. Clinker. Stay out of trouble now.
I'm going to remember his face.
Okay. I'll make a note of that. He is like I say, he's a large fella, bit of a pot belly kind of thing going on. Older than you.
Okay.
Probably about 10 years older than you. Grey handlebar moustache with a little shave patch there in the clear.
Okay.
While the other blue coats, helped and sucker punched you, he was definitely the leader of that group.
Okay.
Do you remember the other ones, or him you're focusing on?
Yeah, mainly him.
Mainly him, okay. So handlebar tash, 50s, grey haired, and rotund. So yes, the blue coats come a knocking.
Right. Okay. What's next?
So next is downtime. What do you want to do as you go back into your house?
So there's the issue of the crows first.
Oh, there is actually the crows. So it's a good time to come to that downtime, isn't it? Can I have the calendar, please?
Yeah.
Okay. Barjo Baz.
I probably shouldn't have brought this up.
No, you absolutely should. Barjo Baz was released on the 53rd. His smuggling was on the 55th. It's a 56. And the crows are at Civil War.
Excellent.
Bella's joined the Land Blacks. So, the next day, I'm guessing you guys have gone to your respective apartments, homes, that kind of thing. And it's I know you live in Crowsfoot. Do you live in Crowsfoot?
I
Where does Merrick live? Full stop.
Yeah, I kind of never didn't see him as having like
Permanent residence.
necessarily permanent residence. He just like finds somewhere to rent, just somewhere temporarily,
kind of
yeah,
thing,
exactly.
For like a week or two at a time.
Yeah.
He's around. Yeah, that's honestly the
So
kind of thing
it might be just like a little like basement in the docks, and then next week it's like the floor of like in Crow's Foot or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So I think he kind of moves around a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So whenever you're going to Crow's Foot, the next time you do, and as you're living there, 2 of the crows that come and ask you for the extra money, not Bell's lot, 2 of them are strung up in Crow's Foot, in the middle crossroads, against the lampposts, and their eyes have been taken out. It's pretty sick, and they're covered in crow's feathers. So it looks, which is kind of the symbol that the crows did it, but two of their own. The blue coats string them, pull them down. That night, this is the night of the 56 now, so 24 hours after, or 36 hours after you guys have smuggled, you just hear gunshots in the street. And it doesn't stop. and then you hear the whistles, the bells of the bluecoats as they eventually come down, and you hear running battles in the street. As you look out your window from wherever you one of the upper floors where you're staying, you can see flashes in the night of gunshots. You see figures illuminated by street lamps, but the street lamps shot out, and then in the darkness you hear scuffles and a thud as a body hits the floor. You hear the rattle of carriages. You hear screams. And then eventually, after a couple of hours, but mostly through the night, scattered throughout at different times, there is a lot of violence. The Crows are also officially in the game now. The Crows of Civil War. Bell has grown disillusioned in his. This is what's kind of the next day. So this is the day of the 57th. We'll pick up here. Mm-hmm. What you guys have heard, or what the word in the street is, as much as you can trust it, right? Eruvian whispers and all that. Which is their way of saying Chinese whispers. Bell, who has had issues with Lyssa since Rorik's murder, because people believe she killed Rorik, the original leader of the Crows, who Bell was very loyal to. Whether it's true or not is now irrelevant for this immediate discussion. He believes she did it. So does some of the other Crows. They formed the Splinter faction. Looks like Bell was taking money off you guys and possibly other gangs as the guys of the Crow, but not giving it to her and restoring it, and he's taking people who's loyal to. The morning you guys wake up, whenever you go to Silken Noose or when you guys reconvene, what you hear from your contacts in the world is that he's gone and joined Barjo Baz, and that they have splintered from the Crows completely. That peace that is made is now officially shattered. The one that Rourke made is dumb because he's not listening to the Crows. There's no way he's going to get back off from the Red Sashes. The one that Lyssa made a few weeks ago, where she got everyone around the table, looked like it's been shattered. The Lampblacks are currently in quite a strong position. Since when Barjo got arrested, he'd been making preparations, and they've got a lot of weapons. You guys are vaguely aware of this. They've got a lot of rifles and shotguns, which are quite rare, quite powerful weapons. From the Water Rats. The Water Rats are a gang that have been smuggling ring that's emerged, and they've been smuggling from Crows from Coleridge. They've been smuggling the Lampblacks more and more weapons recently. Barjo's been putting all his money into that after getting quite badly hurt, his gang getting quite badly hurt from a Red Sash attack. That skirmish happened a couple of weeks ago. Looks like they've been stockpiling. And he at least feels secure enough now that he is, if you can believe the rumours, officially told the Crows to fuck off. He's not paying them anymore. The Crows in turn then, Lyssa, who is now the Crows, Bella's now considered one of the Lampblacks. For all intents and purposes, Bell sees himself as a Crow still, and that, we're the loyal Crows, we're the real Crows, we're the ones that, following Rorik's lead, but we're just working with Barjo. But as long as Lyssa's alive, people are going to see her as the leader of the Crows, though a severely weakened set of Crows now. She looks like she's leaned on the Red Sashes, who have agreed to ally against their now common enemy, the Lampblacks. And now, the common enemy, well, at least for Lyssa, is Bell. Crow's Foot, at the moment, is a bit of a battleground. And as you guys are in the Silken Noose on the morning of the 57th, you hear more gunshots. And as you go outside, you see a couple more bodies.
Yep.
This violence hasn't stopped. Yeah, the morning of the 57th, last night, Lampblacks, Red Sashes, Crows, all three gangs have got bodies in the streets. They haven't even been cleaned, some of them yet.
Hell of a lot, like, no one probably is paying attention to our little war with the vultures.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? It's like a massive all-out war between three larger factions.
I bet those corrupt bluecoats are loving it. This is chaos.
Yeah,
great.
it's
kind of thing like, when you're out in the morning, like, you're in the market and, start of the week and, someone's, like I see in The Godfather, is getting an orange, and next thing you know is these two, scoundrel-looking figures walk up and just pull up his and just go bang, like that, and it just screams and the crowd scatters, and then a couple, someone else tries to pull a gun who was with that guy and tries to shoot him, and this girl ducks and fires back, and they run down the street. Meanwhile, this guy's got a hole the size of a fist in his chest on the floor. It's that kind of guerrilla warfare that any time one of the crews now, sorry, crews not crows, one of the gangs sees rivals, they're taking the shot. It's all out war in Crow's Foot, and then the Bluecoats are always a few minutes too late because they can't police the whole neighbourhood 24/7. So yeah,
like Merrick just goes up to one of the bodies, like taps it with his foot, and just goes, "Bad for business," and just wanders on.
Yeah, sitting there, a little bit of blood on your shoe. So yeah, Crow's Foot is a battleground right now.
At least no one's come for their money.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is the question.
Anyway.
No one has come for the money. Do you still want to pay, knowing what you know now?
I don't know.
I think we
know
can
who
play them off
today.
against each other here.
Yeah.
I mean, we've always done a thing of working for both sides, which is
No,
probably going to abruptly end. But
I just say we just don't pay until
I'd say we
someone
don't
comes,
pay,
and then
yeah.
we'll deal with it when they've got a chance to do it.
yeah,
We're not actively going to send anyone out.
in the meantime, I am going to draw up some accounts that make it look like we've paid, just in case anyone comes over and we need to do some explaining.
So, knowing what they were looking for last time,
Yeah,
you've kind of watched what he was looking for, what the circle, the notes
Yeah,
he
makes
made,
sense.
and you've edited it to look like.
yeah. So
Yeah.
whichever side comes, we're going to be like, no, we've paid the other
Have you got
side.
3 sets of books now?
Yeah.
like one for Lyssa's crew, one for Bell's crew, and then the actual ones that you have.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, the question is now: you have downtime. What do you want to do? In the
So,
midst of a blood, you're at war, and you live in the midst of a war.
Yeah,
Thadeus is going to send his family on holiday.
Okay.
So he's going to, what's it like a nicer, not a really nice part of town, but like a nicer, so like six towers, I suppose? Is that the
Not
nicest?
really, no.
That's like,
Charter Hall and Brightstone.
yeah.
Oh, you sent a different city.
Yeah, he might send him on
Imperial City is the safest place in the world.
Yeah, we'll send him on the train.
It's expensive, but you can do it.
Okay.
You know.
How much time would it take to send him on holiday?
A good month's wage. Like, how much is it? I'm just gonna check how much, because it does give you like a coin breakdown. Probably about, to go to the Imperial City, we'll say, like money wise, probably about a month's wage.
Okay.
How long do you want to spend them for? I actually should ask really.
Well, we think we're gonna maybe like 2 weeks or something.
2 weeks. Okay, maybe a little bit less then. Let's just get a good equivalent.
I mean, if I send them for any longer, they're probably gonna get a bit more suspicious.
So 2 coin is a weekly income for a small business, a fine piece of art, a set of luxury clothes, a fine weapon. 4 coins is a month's wages. So probably about a coin a week to live in the Imperial City,
Okay.
and that's like a B&B. It's not a flashy holiday. It's a city break.
Yeah.
It's a weekend away equivalent of that kind of lifestyle where you get an okay hotel, you eat
Okay.
okay food. Yeah, it'd be 2 coin. That's it. It's away for a couple of weeks.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that as part of my stress relieving, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So like, am I okay spending a
Yeah,
coin
go
for enough?
I mean, that was your. You've spent your
It
post.
relieves you to know that your family's away.
I mean, it could have been you though. Like it could have been you being arrested. So
Yeah.
I think it makes sense that you walking out of the. That's why I want to give you the options. I did want to give you the options.
Yeah.
Especially you had the same stress. I know how that one was a nasty one. Like
It was
that
very
is a nasty
nasty.
one. If it makes you feel better, that wasn't as bad as it could have gone.
Oh really?
Yeah. And anyone who knows the game and knows what I'm talking about knows that could have gone worse.
Okay.
I don't like telling you that, but Thadeus would know, having dealt with those blue coats, as you got in and after the anger subsided,
Yeah.
he'd be like, they weren't messing around. That could have gone worse.
Okay, so Thaddeus manages to convince his wife that she's been working too hard, at home, and that she should take a trip with the kids. Obviously, I don't know what excuse he'd make for not going with them. I've got
a really big project right now. I've got deadlines to meet.
Probably something about the war in Crow's Foot, and he, like in a minute, he'll say, there's a lot of dead bodies. A lot of death suits need making, like funerals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're they get a lot of business to find tailored clothes and stuff like that, so they can be wearing open casket and stuff like that. He's going to send them away to the Imperial City, I think.
Yeah. The official body count so far in the last few days in Crow's Foot is now 28. Just to get an idea of how many people have been killed.
That's a lot of ghosts. If they find them all.
The crematorium bell is ringing out a lot.
Okay.
No one got any sleep the other night.
So 3 dice.
3 dice, stress relief.
4.
4 stress relief.
That is not good enough.
So Thaddeus is a bit more relieved to know his family's safe in a way.
Yeah.
Sees him off to the rail station, puts him on the train. Has Thadeus ever been to the Imperial City?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean,
maybe for training the regiment at
yeah,
some point.
like stuff like that. I would have
Yeah.
thought so. I thought he did. I think he would have like went. I don't know where basic training would probably be. Probably at the Imperial City or, somewhere close.
The March Out Parade will be there. The basic training will actually probably be in Scotland.
Yeah, it might be like a bit of rite of passage for every military man. Like maybe they need to go there and centre themselves to the Imperium and like see where the Emperor lives and stuff like that. And that's part of growing, I guess a sense of
definitely
commitment to the military. Really,
has Merrick ever been to the Imperial City?
Probably not.
No, his father would have, but he hasn't.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, well you find out his family's gone there now.
so it's one of my downtime activities.
Probably a good idea.
Yes. And you have mastermind. So while you've lost one, you've also got an extra one. So you have 3, it's got another 2. Merrick has one as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's of course free downtime activities. You have your free one if you need to do any information for your scores.
Yeah.
And of course you can pay through extras.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you'd like to do?
I kind of want to indulge my vice, but yeah, we are very low on downtime activities at the moment.
Just seeing someone say use the rat beacon.
In every situation.
Always use the rat beacon.
Any and all situations.
Yeah.
I know what I'm going to do for my second one.
Okay.
I'm going to heal because I feel like I probably need to be at least slightly healed before. So I'm going to visit our
next time you see Thadeus, he's looking rough. Like he's looks like he's been in a barroom fight.
I'm going to visit our resident doctor, our cohort, Dr. Flint.
Ah, yes.
And see if he's around, or he's unreliable, so no doubt when we need him the most, he will.
And he is there.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk in and point to my face and like raise my shirt and show him like
a few ribs, jaw swollen, nose cracked a little bit, like that. You got on his band-aids right there.
Well, what are you waiting for? Get to work.
Sit down, dear boy. And he points you to one of the chairs, like a recline one. Like you've not actually sat in this chair yet. As he comes over to you, he just like kicks him from under it, and like you recline right back. And he gets one of his female assistants to help him help. He's got like a nurse on call.
Yeah.
Because he's definitely more of like a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
But he's one of those doctors of this time, who dabbles in a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And he is a good healer. He still gets his 2 dice.
He's a Renaissance man.
He's exactly what he is. He's a Renaissance man.
And he loves ghosts as well.
He does love ghosts.
Okay,
a little too much. Whenever you talk to him, he's very interested in ghosts.
Yeah, I remember him, he was talking to his ghost. It was like telling him to
got
settle.
some spirit bottles, which will rattle and stop that. Yeah.
2 dice. I need high numbers here. I need a crit really. 6 and a 5.
Close.
So that's 3, isn't it?
3, yeah, and of course you can always pay to bump it up.
Yeah, give him a coin to bump it up.
So
sorry, Dan.
It'd go up to a 5, wouldn't it? I think.
It goes up to 5, yeah. So
I did
that last time.
It goes from a success to a crit, so it's 3 to 5.
It's a level, so it's gone from a 6 to a crit.
And it goes back around because it's a clock.
I did have 1 tick before I got beaten, but like obviously getting beaten.
Part of being a scoundrel.
We take on your.
Anything you've got, it gets reset.
Makes sense.
So you've done to level 1.
I'm a little less beaten.
Cool.
We've still got some money in the bank.
And you got personal stash, right?
Yeah, if we need it.
Well, while you're doing that, I'm going to also indulge my vice because we really need some stress to burn on this
so
next one.
So you're stepping over bodies on the way to Silkshore. Are you into the usual Silver Stag?
Is that in... Where's that in?
Silkshore.
Silkshore, yeah.
That's your usual haunt.
Yeah, somewhere that's not Crow's Foot.
To relax. A card game in Crow's Foot right now is liable to get shot up.
Yeah, let's not do that.
It's like the old west out there.
Just going to go play some...
Bit of poker, bit of blackjack.
Bit of poker.
Yeah. Poker. So last time Merrick went here, he come off not too good.
Yeah, it wasn't great last time. At this time, it is.
This time he's on a hot streak. Wait, do you ever indulge?
No.
Just. Oh.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, clear. Nice. Nice.
Boom. That's how you do it.
You hit a hot streak, son.
Oh, yeah. It's that gambler's fallacy. I did badly last time. That means I have to do well this time, right?
Yeah, you've done it. And you spend the winnings on having fun.
Absolutely.
Let's hope I don't.
You walk out of there hours later feeling very good about yourself.
Let's
hope
I
just, as I'm walking out the door, it's like, right, it's time to get at the vultures.
I've just thought something like, let's hope I don't have to indulge my vice in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah,
my family
yeah.
being-
I was thinking that. I was
like,
thinking
send my
that.
family away.
How would you even be able to?
You've got
send
his
letters.
give them a phone call.
I got my sister-in-law still around.
Because the Red Temple definitely like you. For
Oh,
demanding
yeah.
entry. But yeah, you've got your sister-in-law. The
Yeah,
listeners,
that's
she's
true.
around.
I've got other family. Paddy.
I
I see him
It's
mention him.
Father-son bonding with Paddy.
Yeah.
He's one of the family. No, it's not.
Yeah.
A snitch.
One of the family.
Okay, so we've used all our downtime activities. Obviously,
All your
we
free
can,
ones.
We can spend coin to do extra downtime
I
activities.
think we should probably get rid of some heat because otherwise our water level is. I mean,
I think it's going to go up anyway because we're going to be in a massive fight. So I think it's going to be more than 4. Or
but it does roll over.
A couple of options it does roll over, correct. You've got from Rouge and Heat
True.
as well. Is you could do a score to set someone up
Yeah.
to take the fall.
Yeah.
And
That's essentially what we're doing with the vultures.
exactly, just what I throw out there. So you can reduce it as downtime, or we can do a score where you set someone up. Of course, the other thing you can do is you can send someone down for it, either framed legally or not, so that basically your wanted level clears by 1 if someone's arrested.
Yeah.
So if you had like
Paddy.
yeah, I think we were all thinking
Yeah, yeah.
that if someone goes down for your crimes,
Your wife wouldn't mind, right?
your son definitely wouldn't, of
It's
course.
for you.
Yeah, really.
What is marriage all about after all?
Oh, she's away. What she doesn't know. Can't kill her.
Yeah, when one of your crew members, friends, contacts, or a framed enemy is convicted and incarcerated for your crimes, your wanted level is reduced by 1 and you clear your heat.
So they have to actually go to prison.
Yes, because they have to be literally found guilty for the things. The public, the papers want the story of, vicious murderer, arrested for these crimes. So you sit there, sipping your orange juice, laughing merrily at the paper.
It's always murder, it's never littering.
Doesn't carry quite the same weight. It doesn't sell papers littering.
That's our next gang if we ever get a TPK, which is just like we go around littering.
The vandals.
So, Dan, are we going to go ahead with our previous iteration of the plan, which was to try and ambush the vultures with like a false smuggling operation?
Yeah, I think ambush and maybe try and like set
Set them up for something.
Yeah. If we can deflect suspicion onto them somehow. I'm sure there will be a way.
Probably have to forge some documents. See, I think we still need to get some assets to pull this off, basically. Perhaps even prepare some stuff in advance that I know we might need. So my idea was to like have them, the vultures, intercept some secret messages from, which was being passed between our gang, or like perhaps we were pretending we were letting the Lamp Blacks know or something like that. For them to intercept these messages and basically get an inside scoop on what we're doing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Like, what in your opinion, like, what would we have to do to enable that?
Set them up, or to leak information.
Yeah, leak information.
Would
Would that be like a gather information in our own area? Is that a similar sort of thing, or is that?
Yeah, you could definitely gather information about the vultures and just see what kind of stuff they do, and then just make sure someone's there at the right time. That you'd maybe have a gang member, or gang members talk loudly, in front of some vultures. Either, you could tell someone, look, you're gonna have to get beaten. You're gonna have to go down, let it beat it out of you. If you trust someone to be tough enough to take it. Maybe that's an option, but
it's like Paddy. We know he'll talk.
Isn't your mate's like one for getting incarcerated, isn't he? Or like, is he up for a beating? Do you think? He's a jailbird, like I think he does a lot for money, doesn't he? From what I've heard.
He probably would if we paid him, yeah.
For Hawker, jailbird. Harker, sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, Harker's in that prison. Huh?
He probably would if we paid him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's something. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely jumps out. It's how would you want someone to find out something that you didn't want them to know they should know?
Yeah, but we want them to think it's genuine.
Yeah, exactly. Like Dave stumbled across it. Just think, I know, like, for example, in World War II, the Allies, I forget, we should know his name. I hate forgetting these kind of names, especially a soldier. But there was a major who the Allies dumped the body on the beaches of Normandy prior to the attack with a major uniform, and it had false plans in it. So it looked like he'd been shot out like from one of the crashed planes, and of course the Germans found it. And and it deflected some of the defences because it made it look like the beach lands will not be at Normandy. So you could do something like that, where do you find?
Yeah, I suppose if we just find like a dead body or something like that,
dress it in your gang colours.
Dress it in the gang colours, and then.
What are your gang colours?
Well, our front is a fine tailor shop, so it would be.
So now you've got a few gang members. It's the first time it's happened for you guys for the hush, not for the hush bell. The first time for the Blackwater Exchange. Now you've got a few hangers on. Do you have a uniform? Do you have a unique symbol? Do you have like the Lamp Blacks are known for wearing long black coats, right? That's what they wear, the old coats. The Red Sashes have the swords and literally the red sashes. There's a gang called the Hush Bell in the docks who all their gang members, because they're psychopaths, carry little bells which they ring to let their quarry know we're coming for you.
Yeah.
Different gangs are different. The vultures have those big, thick, black, water slick raincoats and boots.
I literally do think it would be like suit and like a turquoise or blue tie or something like that, which is like quite striking, like a striking tie against like a black suit, and then just like a plain white shirt and plain black trousers or something like that. So that's quite maybe not like a suit, but something that's maybe functional, like a suit coat or something like that.
Yeah, something formal and professional, but with maybe an emblem of like a black water symbol or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like the wiggly lines in like on cards.
Okay, so it's quite a polished look for scoundrels at least.
Yeah, I mean the thugs massively look out of place being in these bulging suits and like.
Do they look like bouncers?
A little bit,
a little bit like bouncers.
More like the bouncers you see outside like I don't know, like strip clubs and stuff like that, like in Manchester, like
wearing like a cheap suit.
Yeah.
White shirt.
Well, our stuff is cheap. Like we're not actually a tailor shop.
Massive guy, shaved head. Yeah, I got you. Or woman's got like ponytail pulled back quite tight so someone can't grab her hair too easily.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Ties a clip on so they can't be choked.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So well, do you have kind of different shades of shirts, different shades of ties?
Yeah.
It's that like ragtag collection of they're a group.
Like Dan said, I think there'd be like a shocking red or like a shocking colour of the emblem, like just like two wavy lines like that underneath each other, like on the like a crest on the front pocket of like a suit or a blazer.
Yeah, you see a lot of the quite smart jackets, don't you, for like universities? Yeah, it's got like the university crest on the actual jacket.
Yeah,
on the suit jacket. Okay, cool.
I just thought of like having name tags with like "Hi, happy to help."
Hello, my name is.
No, we definitely have a pin system. Like if you killed your first man, you get a pin and you look down.
Oh really?
No.
Because they look like lighters where you go to different patches, different things. Yeah,
something like that.
So you can tell your new initiate gang members what they've got to do to get these patches.
Maybe there's a reward system where somewhere you used to have like a stamp. You stamp your card in like Cafe Nero does it, where you get
every time you kill a vulture, you get a stamp.
You're 3 stamps away from a raise.
Yeah. That's what Pablo Escobar used to do, wasn't it? He had a journal. Yeah. So basically, this is awful stuff. But anyone who's watched Narcos there, other gangs, what they used to do was that whenever someone basically killed the cops or the military, depending on the rank, he would pay them.
Right.
So his gang members then would go out of their way to cause chaos.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I need to buy a new car. If it's awful, I'll go kill someone. But that's the way they work.
Okay. I like the idea of getting someone who's dead and dressing up as it.
With like secret plans, like if he's like escorting them through.
Or maybe because there's a lot of chaos going on anyway. Like maybe putting it in like a someone who's just been killed by the Lamp Blacks or something like that. Just like putting them plans into their pocket or something like that.
Well, the vultures don't really. If we know the vultures come around Crow's Foot that often, I guess. But
oh yeah, I suppose we don't know who we want releasing that information to.
Yeah. Also, if it helps, I'm just going to get the list of allies and enemies in case you want to go for a third party. Vultures' allies and enemies are. Their allies are the Wraiths and Leviathan Hunters. Their enemies are Ulf Ironborn and the Grinders, one of whom likes you, one of whom do not.
Yeah, Ulf likes us somewhat.
The Vultures don't like the Skovs.
Vultures do not like the Skovs.
I feel like you guys should have been great together.
Could have been allies.
in another life.
So we went after them.
Friendly with the Leviathans and the docks, but the other ones they're not too friendly with. It's a lot. They're focused a lot on around like the canals and the dock areas. Like while they're based in Silkshore, like Silkshore leads up to the docks. Goes down towards Crow's Foot, and that big river cuts between the docks, Crow's Foot, and Char Hollow. The Dusk River literally cuts around because Dusk River is like a big V.
Yeah.
A big Y. It's 2 points going to one, and that big the big left hand, the western side of it, cut Silkshore from Crow's Foot, so they operate a lot on that river. So they have influence in quite several districts around there.
Yeah,
not massive influence. The main influence is in Silkshore, but that's how the bump heads with these other gangs.
Yeah. From Merrick's point of view, like leaving a dead body feels a bit messy and like not a guaranteed. I think
we'll just pay Harker off to.
I think floating the idea to Harker. And
yeah. We'll try and get Harker. Like we'll say to him, just start talking loudly in like a tavern in the Vultures area. Say, oh, did you see those fireworks the other night? And saying, apparently there's a lot of dark root.
Yeah.
And basically just try and talk it up in the inn like that, and then obviously hope that the Vultures want to bring him in for questioning, and
I don't think it's going to be too difficult with the war going on to like fake get them getting hostage.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. So we're going to call Harker in.
Yeah.
Propose our plan.
Okay. Just make a quick note on this. Okay, so the plan you're going to float to him is going to go to Silkshore, become inebriated, and accidentally on purpose spill this information to the Vultures.
Yeah, and we'll explain to him exactly what information we want him to spill.
Yeah, and
what to keep quiet, and obviously what to tell them when because there's obviously levels of information on the surface. When he's in the bar, he might tell one level, and then the actual level is when they take him in for questioning. He's going to spill the actual information. On how much he actually knows about it.
Yeah,
because he's been round our area anyway. So
he stays there sometimes.
Yeah.
He's got a spare room in the Silken Noose, which he crashes it sometimes. He's a bit like a Del Boy. He's a businessman. He's an entrepreneur. He does lots of little side gigs. He hasn't got any one profession. Hence the term jailbird. He's in out of jail. That's what he does.
Yeah.
He's not an out scoundrel, but he's definitely part of the underworld.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How much are you going to offer to pay? Or if not in coin, are you just going to lean on your friendship? Or what kind of thing are you thinking of doing here? Or do you want to do an action roll? Do you want to command him? Do you want to try and sway him?
Maybe
pay him.
We'll want to try and pay him.
Do a favour.
I think we want to try and pay him, but I'd say we go at it from if this goes well, there's more work and maybe a permanent position in the
it's like a tryout
in the Blackwater Exchange, as like an informant or like a bit more of a spy type.
I'll spend the first half of the conversation just like reminiscing to him about the good old days and working together.
in the university.
Wouldn't it be great to do that again?
Yeah. Funny enough, I've got a surprise for you. Okay, yeah, cool. So what action you'll take here then?
I feel like that's kind of it's me consorting with him, right? Or
I think it works. Yeah, that you're using your friendship. You're not manipulating him.
Oh, I totally am.
You are.
I totally am.
Sway is convinced to make an argument, isn't it?
Yeah.
Consort is socialising with friends, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that works. I think it still works.
I think consort works more.
I think it's still risky.
But it is still.
I think it's still risky.
Like it's showing how Merrick just. He has friends, but he's not like. Yeah. He will happily use.
Hawker's up for making money though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's why I think consort works. Like it's still a bit risky. Like you got to convince him.
Yeah.
It's a bit risky standard. Makes sense for consort.
Yeah.
Yeah. You bring him in, start talking. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm very much like I'm trying to minimise how much we have to pay him rather than actually caring about him.
So would you say this is a setup then for the actual convincing, or is this you trying to convince him to do it? Or is this more of a setup to you're gonna get him happy and relaxed and say play up the good old days and then be like, we've got a job for you, or you're gonna be like, hey, we used to work together, do this work for me now.
I think it's the latter. I think it's just the one roll for the conversation.
Roll
really.
thing, yeah. Okay.
So yeah, let's do a consult.
So, no devil's bargains I can think of. That makes sense immediately. No. Nothing that isn't a consequence anyway.
Okay, position effect.
Risky standard.
Risky standard.
Boom, 6.
That was a crit.
There is a 6 there.
You do it with no problem. You do it. You do it without any consequence. So, yeah, Harker, he's a bit like, yeah. Kind of nonplussed. Surprisingly so.
Like he does it all the time.
Yeah, and then you're like, it's Harker after all, he's like, yeah, alright, sounds good. So, he's like, in summary, you want me to get pissed, take a few punches and, spill some info. And he's like, yeah, I can do that, yeah, Yeah, of course. They're not going to kill me, are they?
I'm reasonably sure they won't.
Oh, take that. We have worse odds, come through them. So, alright, yeah. Thanks for trusting me. No, don't tell me the actual plan. I don't want to spill it.
Yeah, we definitely do not tell him.
Give me the need to know only for this job. So if they really do start turning the screws and I'm screaming, I really haven't got anything else to give him. And if I do, I'll make it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. Cool. So Harker will go, and he will get drunk in a Silkshore Tavern. He will then spill some, talk, maybe spill a drink on someone, get their attention. When he feels the eyes are on him, he'll be like, I heard there was some dark crew coming to this city, and I know, those Blackwater boys, they're bringing it through on a carriage, a couple of days, that kind of thing.
Yeah. And we'll figure out the details of what exactly he told them as part of the score.
Exactly. The engagement roll will be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, the engagement roll is Harker.
Yeah.
How good he does is what, cool. Is there anything else you guys want to set up or do?
I'm just thinking, so we've got one carriage at the minute.
Yeah, so you've sent Harker off.
Yeah.
You've got a carriage.
Yeah. So, my idea was to... in order to cause as much chaos as possible, basically fill the carriage full of rats, so that when they open the door, or the doors come off automatically. I basically upgraded my rat beacon last time to make them a bit ravaged as well, so they go a bit crazy and start
You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
Yeah. So I think what I'm going to spend some time doing is driving around town in the carriage with the beacon and basically collecting rats into the carriage.
The Pied Piper of Doskvol.
Yeah. Riding around with Amina, our carriage driver, and basically go to back streets and stuff like that.
Take some meat with you and
turn the beacon on. Get some of them to get into the carriage and just basically pack the thing to the rafters with rats.
Yeah.
I mean,
are you using the carriage you guys use for Deal on Wheels?
You know what? I'm gonna try and get an asset. I think.
Okay.
A carriage for this score.
Yeah.
And we're gonna try and pull some strings down at the what they are called. What's the
cabbies?
Cabbies, yeah, the cabbies, yeah, and get them to lend me a cab.
Yeah, because the manager there is a guy you've got to deal with. Because Romina technically is employed. Basically, Marina works for you guys now. The last few weeks, more and more. But you got her originally from the Cabbies of Crow's Foot, didn't you? Which was it Hooks?
Back in the first session.
Yeah, it was very early on.
It was. Arden was the depot manager.
Arden, yeah. So, the depot manager, you say, come on, do us a favour. You got something bad we can use, something we can,
You want a coin?
Do up.
Yeah.
Or will it cost a coin for the
Oh, sorry, I think because the coin for that activity is you spending it. To do the action. Yeah, so you acquire the asset.
Yeah. So you do a roll for it?
I should do a check. It's been a while because it's a temporary use, isn't it?
Yep.
But you only need temporary use for this, right?
Yeah.
A vehicle gain temporary use an asset. Yeah.
So it's rolling the tier to decide what tier the asset
so
is.
how good the carrot. Basically, he's like, how good the carrot can you get is going to be on this roll.
Oh dear.
So, yeah, the result indicates the quality. So you roll according to your tier, which is currently 0. So you roll 2 dice, hit the lower.
Interesting. Oh, this cat is going to be dog shit. I'm going to have to do some modifications to it anyway, but 2, so it's at least a 2, so 2 and a 5.
2 and a 5, so it's 2.
Yeah.
So it's tier -1.
So 0.
So 0.
0.
So
0.
Technically 0, 0. So he takes you out back, and this is its own carriage he's got, cab, where 2 of the wheels are missing. Like the back axle's just broken completely. It's just like it's like at an angle, and he's like
not right.
And like as you look in it, he's like, get out of there! You see there's someone in there like using like a little break room, like just sitting in it, like having like a coffee at this angle, like leaning back. And it's like get out of there, you know, like. And as you open the door, a rat actually scurries out of it.
But it could be useful.
Yeah.
So can we
the paint is peeling.
We can spend coin to raise that level, can't we?
You can do, yeah.
Should we just raise it?
It's going to cost 1 coin to get it to rideable.
To rideable. Well, to tier 1, which I think is a working carriage. Because I'm going to have to either spend some time fixing it up for a temporary asset, or just spend an extra coin just for.
Yeah, spend a coin.
Yeah, okay, we'll spend a coin.
Yeah.
How much coin are we on?
We just shape. Plus your. Wait, you got 2 as well.
I'll put them in the vault.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Merrick's expression was like, "What?" Okay, yeah. So you got.
We just shake. I shake my head at him. I shake my head at Arden and go. And just basically.
He's like, "Look, go for lunch. Come back in a couple hours."
Okay.
And you come back, and he's had a couple of cabbies work on it, and it's got a new axle. There or thereabouts. It's the same one. He's put wheels on it, but like the paint's still peeling. The goat looks like that you draw it with looks like it's half dead. Like you know, like when like you poke it and it's not moving, and then you have to give a real slap, and like one of its eyes kind of like opens. And it's like, yeah, you know, it's what we've got. It's working. Look, it moves.
Right. Okay.
You know, what do you want? It's a working carriage. You know. Can't just go. I can't give you more staff. You know, since the last one.
Okay.
I mean, that goat's not surviving this encounter. No. Let's be honest.
No animals are harmed in the making the Blackwater Exchange.
Nope.
No. Okay. I think that's enough preparation.
Yeah.
I think I'm happy with what we've got.
As you, Thaddeus brings it back, Merrick, you see the saddest looking carriage you've ever seen.
I go, it only needs a lick of paint, Merrick.
But strangely, the front axle wheels look surprisingly newish.
I'm impressed that thing still runs.
I'm sure you'll be more impressed when I get this thing full of rats.
I'm going to go work on something else.
As you were talking, you hear a snigger from behind you. You just see Romina like leaning against the wall, eating like an apple, just like.
Just be glad it's not your carriage we're using, Amina.
Don't you touch my fucking carriage.
Packing this bastard full of rats.
So, and you just hear her walk off, like throws the apple away. She's like, always with the rats.
I know, right?
Yeah. You like the two of them walking off. She's like, is he always like this?
It's going to be a good distraction, trust me.
I know what to get him for Secret Santa. Get him a rat.
Got enough of those. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to take it around town and pack it full of rats.
Okay. So,
black out the windows.
I mean, getting rats, you know, isn't... Tell you what, if you want to make like a hunt roll or something like that.
Can I do a tinker roll to see how well I can use the machine?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Controlled standards.
Although,
see what you get.
I took out, so it's currently complex, conspicuous, rare, and volatile. So,
but I was saying this, like conspicuous, like you're doing it in corners, like you're not in the middle of a street, like you know, you're trying to fight, you're trying to get rats. You're not using distractions trying to get them, right?
Yeah. Okay.
You're not putting it through its paces.
So what's the roll?
Control standard.
3 and 1.
3 and 1. You got? Oh no, it's your workshop. You got something, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really slow going.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like slower than you thought it was. Like thought it would. That's not even a word. Thought it would be.
It's a new version. I haven't got my head around it yet.
Yeah, I mean, you can try a different way if you want, like, you know, but tinkering with it. Either it's not working, maybe it's because, you know, it's not fully, you know, it's an unreliable thing, is what I'm saying, you know, given its draws, floor-backs and draws, and you try not to attract too much heat to yourself as well, you know, being that it makes a noise and attracts rats.
Okay.
It's also very unique, you know, people have seen this before, the vultures, you know, been the receiving end of it. So yeah, you get some, but it's not packed.
Okay.
Well, you could just go and get rats. There are rat catchers in the city. It depends how much you really want to fill it with, like,
I don't want to fill it. I want it to the rafters.
Do you want it like where like they're on top of each other, so that when like the door opens, like they come out like a waterfall?
Yeah, basically.
I mean, do you need to ride around with this? Because like, obviously our workshop's like in the sewer, right?
Yeah, it is. That's
so
very true.
and you've got like the hatch at the bottom of the carriage, so you just park above a sewer manhole. Like there'll be plenty of rats down there, surely.
Like leave it overnight.
There's no hatch in this one.
No.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
There's just a hole in the bottom.
You can install that. It's not hard because it's just ultimately it's just a hinged floor.
Yeah, I think I want it packed to the rafters. So however you feel is best. Like I can go to a rat catcher, maybe pay them a coin and say just give me all the rats you've got, or even say I can get rid of the rats you've caught if you just keep them alive for a bit.
How would one catch rats? Yeah, I mean,
I'm just going to consult. Maybe I'll just consult with a rat catcher.
Yeah,
I'll go to town. Yeah, I'll try and consult.
This will be risky standard.
Okay. I've got 5.
How you doing? As you're doing it, it's this proper grizzled, gnarly, like old fella, like spindly, like couple of teeth in his head and loads of gaps. Like he's got like one tooth there and like one tooth down here. He's like, and he's got like this proper sad little floppy hat on, and like the top, like, you know, it's got stitches coming off, and he's got loads of sacks of rats. And you say like to see the sacks move, and you go into like this little like rundown store, and it's like, oh, Jiminy's rat catcher. Like it's like it's just a little sad little doorway. It's like the size of a closet. You walk in, he's like, "What do you want with the rats?"
That's none of your fucking business.
Look, I'm taking. You want them, you can have them. But what do you want so many for?
I got a lot of children to feed.
Oh, nutritious rats, yeah. Plenty of them, good meal, last ages, salt and proper. Meh. Yeah. So unless you want to talk,
I'll try and talk to him and maybe find the best places in the city to find rats, like the most populous areas, like, you know, just as some extra information maybe.
In the sewer, innit?
Go down to the sewer. that makes sense.
Yeah. See? Rat catching, smart man's business. Sit down them sewers, yeah. Watch out for the ghoulies.
Well, it's been lovely talking to you, but
watch out for the giant rats.
Yeah, I'll watch out for them. Thanks for the rats. See you later.
He like holds up like his hand. He's got like fingers missing. He's like, learn from my mistakes.
A cautionary tale. A cautionary
tale. Giant albino
rat.
rat. It's the size of a carriage, and it's got the vicious temper of a goat in heat.
Have you got one of them?
No, it's a legend. I'm telling you, it's a legend. It's the point. Watch out for it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He say haunts the sewers, seeking unwary rat catchers.
Right, yeah, I just walk out through the door as he's talking.
I wonder if your rat beacon will work on the giant rat.
Oh, the giant albino rat.
That's the
size of a carriage.
1.2. Okay,
it's
so
mean streak of necrosi and goat and heat.
Okay.
Which isn't very mean.
Okay. Yeah, good.
So you've got rats.
Cool.
So you say you got a sack full of rats.
Cool. Put them in the carriage.
How would you put them in? You just like dumping them through the window?
Yeah.
And like boarding it up?
Just like slide it back up. I blacked out all the windows as well.
Okay. So you've made it very secure where you can dump them in?
Yeah. Maybe just through like through the top or something like that.
I'm guessing you've made it so that on the outside it looks like a blacked out carriage.
Yeah, it's just like a blacked out carriage that maybe someone who doesn't want to be seen, like, or maybe an albino.
So yeah, I'm guessing that you'd have Romina working on it to make it, you know, more presentable.
Presentable, yeah.
She's like, look, I can only do so much with it. You know, it isn't the greatest condition, but I can paint it. I'm
guessing there are a lot of carts that are shitty like this cart in the city.
Definitely. Yeah, not usually business ones, but yeah, I mean, you know, what you could try and do is like make it look shitty so no one thinks anything valuable in it. You know, there's that. You know, you could have. I'm guessing, in fact, Harper could say something like this. Harper could be saying, you know, they're bringing in this, you know, all run down thing, so that no one thinks it's got anything in it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's not worth even robbing. It looks so shit, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anything else you guys want to do for prep? So you got your sacks full of wraps.
No, I think that's it. I think everything else we can cover.
Do you need to actually arrange the actual boat that it's actually going on?
Yes.
Yeah, so we've got like this plan, but yeah, do you actually want to move it? Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll try and arrange that. So, I mean, getting a boat's probably not too difficult. It's probably just acquiring an asset, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, I'll just get one of our thugs from Crow's Foot to drive it.
Yeah.
Paddle it.
What you might want to do, hypothetically, because we can kind of do rolls for it, you know, to see how well they do. Is you could speak to some of the water-based factions.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe the
Gondoliers.
Gondoliers.
Yeah, they're tier 3. They not rule the waterways, but you know they're the savvy ones. You know?
Are they known for helping like smuggle stuff across the sea?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we can just ask them to do it.
I'll go
That makes more
They're
sense.
not out smugglers.
Yeah.
But they have helped crews, and they do help crews. There is also rumours, let me get it for you, because their leader, because they're not like an underworld faction, but they are a faction, you know, with a leader.
Yeah.
Is it Fringe? Sorry guys, I'm just going to find my notes on the vultures, not the vultures, sorry. My notes on the gondoliers, no. Labour and Trade, here we go. Because they are tier 3 strong. So it's I sell. Oh right, yeah, no, she's dead. So she was very good friends with Margette, the leader of the Foghounds, who was killed many months ago.
Right.
Well.
So yeah, anyway, so the gondoliers. You got the gondoliers. The water rats are obviously.
Oh yeah. I like the sound of those guys.
Operate around Coleridge, which is actually one of the ways you will be going. Yeah, so sorry you guys can't see the map here, but looking at the map, you've got Gaddock Rail Station, and the river, you've got 3 main rivers you can kind of go down. Well, it's all the Dosk River, but you can go the shortest route as the Death Seeker crow flies, is going up the Dusk River straight to Crow's Foot.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can go past Coleridge and past Char Hollow Silkshore, so the vultures are, but it might be safer to go through Coleridge and go by Charter Hall.
Yeah, I think by Charter Hall makes sense.
There'll be more blue coats around there, so someone like the gondoliers, because the blue coats do have their own war patrols, are well known for doing that kind of area. That's how they'll get stuff around. Of course, you could go up around Night Market, take it around the edge, 6 Towers, go through the Norfolk Channel, but that's much longer, and again, this is heavily patrolled.
Yeah, like Brightstone and stuff like that, you get like heat for even like
going near
walking in it.
Yeah,
like, basically.
the Brightstone White Town Bridge is like the most heavily guarded part of the city. But you know, you can cut through, and then between all of this, you've got loads of little canals. You know, that's like the water rats are known for using tunnels.
Yeah,
like you know, underground waterways. So you got a few different options.
Yeah, I don't want our stuff stuck in Coleridge, so I potentially wouldn't use a water rats. I'd probably just go for the gondoliers and then.
We've also got people making them out to the blue coat to see if they know anyone, depending who you want to lean on. See if they know any kind of.
I'd say
bent patrols, corrupt patrols that.
I don't want to get the blue coats involved at all.
No, I'd say gondoliers, and then we can take it round. I think we should probably take it round past Silkshore.
Yeah,
because you know we're creating distraction then.
Yeah.
So going up towards Silkshore rather than Char Hall.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, looking at the other way you could do as well is go to Char Hollow and then cut through Char Hollow and go up that way. Because there's a river that cuts through Char Hollow.
Probably just do that through Char Hollow.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah. Seems the shortest.
Yeah. You guys haven't been there too much. It's
like a slum, isn't it?
Yeah, it's basically a slum. It's the most densely packed part of the city.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, you guys would know that like you might, you know, you could be okay in your own there. You could, you know, the canals in Doskvol, it's like Venice. They're super busy all the time. But if you kind of want to guarantee it, it might be worth speaking to some other factions.
Yeah, I think we do that. Yeah, do you want to go and talk to the
I'll go talk to
gondoliers?
the gondoliers and basically, I guess, reserve a gondolier in advance from. If you got an app, you can just like start location, end location.
Yeah, like Uber gondolier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me just see what they want and what they're doing. So
What they doing?
gondoliers. That's interesting. Okay. So
Cool.
So the gondoliers are canal boat operators. They are venerated by ancient tradition in Doskvol. People respect them heavily because a lot of bodies end up in the river, and the gondoliers deal with them and deal with the spirits. Even the Bluecoats Canal Patrol respect the gondoliers.
Yeah.
Like they're that kind of level. Like, you know, everyone kind of gives them a nod and goes, "Yeah, these guys know what they're doing." Their notable assets, just to give you an idea of what they are and what the kind of thing they do, is they've got several fleets of gondolas and watercrafts. They're rumoured to know the spirit wells and arcane sites across the city.
Yeah.
Because spirit wells, especially ones in water, are basically rifts in fabric, the reality, where spirits summon or come through. Like, no one kind of knows what they are. But the gondoliers apparently go around closing them and deal with a lot of the bodies they fish out of the water. They also have a dedicated cohort of adepts, and apparently even the spirit wardens from time to time use them, because they're just, again, a bit like the Deathland Scavengers, is that they are well known for dealing with ghosts and the arcane. They're rumoured to have whispers or, you know, use the ghost field. Like, they're one of those factions that have got a lot of different rumours around them. And the thread, you know, what you believe or what you're not sure is hard to tell, but the thread that ties it all is they have arcane stuff. They have some, you know, how powerful or whether it's just like a couple little tricks you don't know, but they seem to have some arcane stuff.
Well, I mean, if they can detect like the spirit wells, then they must have.
So, and what you guys know, being members of Doskvol and Doskvol, and this is something that everyone just talks about, is that, you know, the killers in the city have disposed in the canal for centuries.
Yeah.
The ghosts that rise from those corpses are quite a serious threat. And before the spirit wardens were formed, it was the gondolas who dealt with them. So they protect the citizens, or used to, from rogue spirits and supernatural dangers, and the citizens love them. Most people, like, if you know a gondolier, they're the person you go to if you've got a weird problem, like, you know, you go to your GP if you've got a health issue, right? Most people who don't know Whisper would go to the local gondolier, you know, or ask a family friend or a cousin or, you know, a workmate to know if they know a gondolier. Oh, do you know a gondolier? I need to speak to one. They've got this weird ghost or this weird thing, or I want to come and check it out, kind of thing. They don't, you know, and if you don't want to go to a spirit warden, because spirit wardens are black and white. You know, if it's arcane, it needs to be destroyed. So you go to the gondoliers to sort out those weird problems, rather than going to, like, the almost fascist-like, you know, belief of the spirit wardens. One thing you know recently is that there's been an influx of ritually disfigured hollows dumped in the rivers. And the gondoliers are dealing with it. And the spirit wardens are ignoring it, and no one really knows why.
Okay.
You've read in the papers, especially you, Merrick, you picked this up, as someone who reads around quite a bit, that over the last few months, probably even a year or so, just every now and again, there's a body dragged up from the canal that has been ritually scarred and disfigured. And every time it is, there's always talk of it being a hollow. Now it has no spirit, there's no soul. But the spirit wardens don't seem to do anything about it. So yeah, there you go. That's the current situation for that faction.
Cool. Yeah, so I'll go to the gondoliers. I guess they probably have a designated meeting point or designated base or something like that.
Yeah, it's a bit like the cabbies. They've got a kind of like a section on there. It's actually in their Silk Shore where they've got like a major kind of, the closest one to you would be Silk Shore, where they've got for lack of a better phrase, like a gondolier garage, like
A docking area.
a dock. Like you put the word. Yeah, they got some in Silk Shore because that's where a lot of, like, cause Silk Shore is like a spider of canals.
Yeah.
Like, more so than the rest of the city. The docks are mainly reserved for like the big ships,
Yeah.
so they tend to operate from Silk Shore. They got a bit in Night Market as well, but the Silk Shore's closest to you.
Cool.
So, yeah.
I'll go there and I'll just basically ask about like hiring a gondolier for that period of time.
Yeah. Yeah, you said the coin to datum action to acquire the asset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So acquiring the assets.
Yeah. So the coin here basically buy the silence. It's I want a boat.
Yeah.
I want no questions asked. I want you to transport a sign for me.
Very sensitive cargo.
Yeah. The higher tier you get here, the better it will be, we shall say. You'll need at least tier 1.
So it's two dice at lowest.
Yeah, so if you get a 6, you need 2 6 rates that do not pay here.
5 and 3.
5 and 3.
I'll spend a coin to raise
I'll
it.
spend a coin, but
Yeah.
that's fine.
Oh man, unfortunately being at Wars Run, that making the it's hard to get out and do stuff without paying.
We are now at 4 coins.
Yeah.
Be alright.
Vultures, eh?
We'll kill them. This war's ending today.
Tonight.
So yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
you have a tier 1 gondolier.
Excellent.
Gondolier's a tier 3, so their average stuff's pretty good. But you've got like a tier 1 kind of, package,
Yeah.
deal. Yeah. They'll run up the so they're gonna run up. Do you want them to run it up the river for you with you guys on it? Or basically are you just saying like I wanted to go through the questions asked?
We definitely want. So in terms of our thugs, how many do we have? We have 4, didn't we? Did we?
Yeah, you've got no, 6.
6. Okay, so we'll send 2 with the gondolier,
Okay, yeah.
basically
Yeah,
just as a
6.
chaperone.
And then you've got a couple of you've got Jane, Tombstone,
Yeah.
and Ramina.
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah,
those,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a couple of thugs to go on this canal,
Yeah.
on the boat,
Mm-hmm.
and you're saying to them, we want to get a boat, we want no questions asked, take it with us. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So 2 coins what you paid to do it, so that seems fair. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So, anything else you guys want to do before we go and jump into a score?
No, unless you want us to rehatch our plan, but like I think
sure.
it's pretty obvious. I mean, what I said last session as well was that I'd want to manipulate it so the carriage broke down in a certain location, and then basically we'd wait there until the vultures like caught up or realised that we weren't going anywhere quickly, and then
I think that'll be the engagement role.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Because depending on how well that happens and how well, that's the first bit that's going to kick in.
Yeah.
That we'll cut to.
Yeah.
So cool. That's anything you guys want to do. I think we'll
No.
take a break there.
Yeah.
Take a break. So back in about 15 minutes, guys. We'll get a drink, get something to eat, and don't go anywhere for part 2 of tonight's episode of Blades in the Dark. This
I'm excited.
heist stroke score stroke ambush. We'll see what
Excited for
happens.
rats.
2:15, guys.
Bye bye.